November has finally arrived, and with it, many of our team members have taken to the woods. We closed the last episode celebrating the triumphs of Matt Hudson and Owen Riegler. That same morning, 145 miles east of Owen, Zach Rozmus slips into position deep in the timber, overlooking the secluded plot.
Well, good morning and welcome to Sweet November, November 1st. This morning it is about as calm as it can possibly be. I mean, there's basically no wind right now. You only get a couple of these thermal mornings throughout the entire season. Essentially 360 degrees around us is bedding. We're back in the secluded plot. This is my first time back here this year. This is definitely a spot that we could encounter squash. I think he's bedding somewhere in this general bowl. There's a reason why I call it a secluded plot, because it's just way, way back in here, off the beaten path. I was so excited this morning that I had my alarm set for 4 o'clock, and I woke up at 3:58, and I was like staring at it, waiting for the alarm to go off. What a way to kick off November, though. Beautiful morning. I'm not gonna shoot him, just get some cool footage of him. Gosh, he looks pretty good right there, don't he? You can literally smell him right now. That's pretty cool. That's what's wild about back here is that I don't know that I've ever seen that deer before.
While Zach processes through the events that just unfolded in front of him, that same morning, 240 miles to the east, Justin Kamps is set up deep in the hardwoods. While many hunter seasons are just beginning to take shape, Justin's has been a roller coaster ride dating back to summer. For those who don't remember Justin, you may remember the epic rut hunt that unfolded during the 2021 season that saw him sit in the first row of a bow hunter's dream.
That's Buster Douglas right there. He is a giant 8-point. Wow. I have shaken like a leaf.
Fast forward to present day. Heading into fall, Justin's list of bucks to chase with his brother and dad was as good as it's ever been. Quickly, his focus centered on 2 Illinois giants, a buck nicknamed Milo, and another called 86. As bow season progressed, the script quickly flipped. Bouts of EHD swept through, and despite many good sits in October, opportunities at either buck never materialized. By month's end, Milo had snapped off an entire side, and 86 fell to a neighbor's tag. With plans shifted, Justin turned his attention to another incredible deer, a legend on the farm with history dating back to 2022. Now, settled into the stand, Justin's hunt is just beginning to take shape.
chasing November. We are here. It's November 1st, and it is a cold, clear, calm morning. Beautiful morning, low 30s. Mitchell and I hung a set in the middle of the bedding area on a nice ridge. It's an aggressive play for sure, but I just didn't feel like I was in the game on packs, especially with a west or a northwest wind. We got a ridge that falls away from us down here, all bedding to the west, and then there's just ridges along here, and I'm on one of the ridges. Just had a beautiful encounter with a mature 8-point that came through, did exactly what we would like to see. So the morning started off perfect. Plan on sitting here most of the day, depending on the wind, but it's a great start.
Definitely a fun morning so far. It's right before 10 o'clock right now. I don't know, the last couple hours we've been pretty much covered up in deer, but we had a really cool, unique rack buck that hit this crepe right here in front of us, and then he ended up coming in a couple different times actually, and heck, they might still be up on the hillside. He was bird dogging, or I don't know, when that buck was standing there, I got a pretty good look at him, not having history with that specific deer. He looked long-legged to me, so I couldn't put him older than 4, because there was a little while there that I told Dave, yeah, we're gonna shoot him, type of thing, because he looked pretty good when he was coming in. But we're gonna sit it out for a little while longer. Sounds like everybody's on the team's having some good hunts. Sounds like a few bucks are hitting the ground, so maybe we can join that club yet today.
As the first morning of the new month winds down, many of the team members climb down to make shifts for the afternoon hunt. That same day, Drake Lamb is putting the finishing touches on a new stand, hung with one deer in mind, the big 9 he's been after on and off all season.
Just got this sucker hung. I'm one ridge over from where we've been getting pictures of him in daylight in the mornings. I think we can slip through the bottom back behind me, hop over this little ditch and hop right into this stand. I decided to be on the south side of the trail just because of thermals in the morning sucking down to the bottom. And then when that sun comes up, it's gonna rise, so we should be able to blow an east or southeast and catch any deer coming in here. We could definitely hunt around northeast, but we're supposed to have south, so classic, rut, bedding area type stuff. There's all these little ridges in here, and it's just super thick. It's all south facing. He's got to be in here somewhere, so.
Shifting gears, Drake heads to another nearby permission property, and at the same time, Justin Carnes is back on the home place hunting with his dad. Both are looking for great bucks and have high anticipation for what the rest of the day may bring. That same afternoon, 95 miles to the east, Mike Reed is also heading back to the woods, electing to sit the new property with hopes of finding a buck to hunt.
You see the knuckle in the creek? It comes up right here. So they all, it's a
We have made the move to the Mount Olympus farm. This is that new property, 190 acres. And we have set up for a southeast wind. This is the central hub of this property, and really of the entire section. Easy access, we're right off the finger of the CRP. Southeast wind just blows back over this ridge, this big draw. And we can see this entire bottom. I'm very excited to just be out on this property. I want to learn it. I want to see how the deer use it, see if I was right in what I was thinking. That's like the main trail down there. That deer's not a baby. He's got a blocky head. Yeah. He's probably a fool. Yeah, it's definitely a bird. That's why I thought he had his ears pinned. Well, we are about out of time here. We had the one buck. Looks like a 4-year-old 10. He has a short G4 on the one side. He worked through the bottom. I rattled to just see what would happen, and we heard what I thought was a buck off to our right where we couldn't really see, and then he popped up. So otherwise it was quiet, lots of squirrels. Beautiful, beautiful evening in the woods. So we're going to come back to this tree stand in the morning with the same wind. And I think this spot sets up better for the morning, just with rising thermals. And we can see this whole bottom, so we should be able to learn a lot. And I'm excited to get back out here.
All right, good morning. November 2nd. I am set up in a really cool spot. I'm tucked into this creek bottom. It's just sort of a natural pinch is what this is. So this is an area where this ridge comes off of my back to my right, and it's pinching down on the creek right here, which makes it a narrow band where essentially they got to choose which side of the creek they're going to go on either the north or the south. It just feels like a spot where you're gonna see a buck cruising through here. So far, I'm enjoying getting behind the camera. You know, I self-film for a long time, and I really enjoyed the outdoor therapy side of like getting in the outdoors and enjoying this and watching the sun come up and just being out here by yourself every once in a while. It's nice to be able to have that. Iowa's gonna show off this morning, no doubt. So, looking forward to what the morning's gonna bring.
While Zach waits for the rut funnel to produce, 157 miles to the south, Mitch Mollerus eases into his stand a bit later than usual, hoping the deer have already filtered off the ag field he's set up on the edge of.
Well, guys, it's November 2nd. I'm talking real quiet because the target buck we were in here after, he was on this camera down here about 60, 70 yards from us at 5 o'clock this morning. We know he's right here somewhere. We've already been seeing quite a few deer moving around out in this field behind us. We're wearing the orange this morning because it's youth season in Missouri. So we're gonna let everything kind of settle down, let our thermals start to rise. And if we don't see him by then, we're gonna hit the horns together to see if we can bring him up out of his bed. As long as we didn't bump him getting in here, he's gotta be right here somewhere close. Well, that's about as close as we're gonna get without getting a shot. He was just right here, probably 30, maybe 40 yards. Just didn't have a shooting lane cut right there. But man, they were coming right up the edge. I really thought I was gonna get a shot at him. Heart was pounding. I was really surprised he was directly downwind.
Ozonics, and we had some Evercalm sprayed out. Like he couldn't pick up our scent, but we're gonna let him kind of mingle around down there. He might come back out over here, don't know yet, but pretty awesome encounter. Merk. Well, everything turned into pure chaos, per usual. Once they kind of went back and we were going to wait for him to call to him here a little bit, kept hearing something down the fence row. And I kept telling Justin, I think he's still right here somewhere. Sure enough, he comes stepping around these trees again. Kept hearing something in the fence row below us, and I mean just right here, right underneath of us. Here comes a doe. Then it all starts adding up. He's with that hot doe. She was literally almost directly below me. And while he's standing out there, I keep thinking he's gonna come up any minute. He'll start following her up. She ends up catching our trail right here where we walked in. She darts, he takes off. I draw back, start trying to stop him. He almost runs completely out of the shooting lane. It's just right at the edge of that pin oak right there. I thought I had enough room to slide the arrow just past him. And then watch the footage back. I clearly hit branches. Good thing is, I don't think he has any idea what happened. He was so focused on her. Even after he ran off, he was looking to see where she was at. I don't think he has a clue. I don't know how far that arrow was off. I'm gonna be kicking myself for a while over that, especially if I don't get another shot at him this year.
I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool. That first coyote came through and presented a quick shot, which I wasn't super gung-ho. It was just kind of a cool moment. And sometimes when you're in the outdoors, it's not all about flinging an arrow or getting a shot off. It's just all about being out here and enjoying those experiences. Still no deer movement. I wanted to try to identify that buck that we had an encounter with yesterday, because not very often do you have like really young bucks that have that much character on their rack. I was sitting there staring at my coffee table buffet area where I have a bunch of shed antlers last night, and it kind of dawned on me that it would have been a pretty big change, and so I kind of went back and forth on it. But it's actually a buck that Ryan and I found the shed antler for last year. On a beautiful snowy day, we went out right at the beginning of shed season, and we found a really cool antler that has a bunch of character points on its base. And I never had photos of that deer with both sides, so I never had anything to compare what its other side looked like. And that's still quite a bit of change. Usually they don't lose like a split G2 or anything like that, but that's the beauty of the rut. That's the beauty of bow hunting. You're not always going to have that. Sometimes it's just going to be some random deer that shows up and you got to make a decision. It'd be cool if he sticks around a little bit. He'd, potentially vault his way to the top or near the top of the hit list if I had another encounter with him. I just about fall down this hill. There's another rub right there.
With the coyotes being the highlight of the morning, Zach climbs down and scouts his way back to the truck. At nearly the same time, 20 miles to the north, Mike Reed is also wrapping up his morning hunt.
Well, it's about 10:30, and it's been a pretty slow morning. We just had the one 7-point buck. I think it's a 4-year-old. I filmed him in velvet. Got a bunch of pictures of him, so it's not too surprising to see him. I was thinking we'd see more does coming to bed down in here, or just young bucks cruising, but did not see any of that activity. The plan tonight as it stands is to take Bella bow hunting, and so we're kind of thinking about where to go sit with the southeast wind. We may end up going back to the home farm, but we're gonna climb down now, and I actually wanna take a quick spin through here, and I may shift some cameras around. I wanna pick out a tree for a southwest wind that I can hunt this bottom in, and I wanna see if I can find any big scrapes down here to move some cameras, have the cameras help do scouting and help me learn this property. We'll see you guys this afternoon. This is could be a goal.
As Mike makes his adjustments and prepares for the afternoon hunt with Bella, November's precious minutes continue to tick by. While sunshine currently beams down in Iowa, a vast weather front is sweeping across the middle part of the country. 390 miles to the southwest, Nolan Redeker is in the tail end of the storm adjusting cameras on a permission property, biding time until he has the right winds to hunt the 10-acre piece. Still focused on the giant buck called Kirk, Nolan gains momentum with recent cutty-back photos, reaffirming what history has long shown, that this property lies within the buck's rut range. Back in central Iowa, the same weather system Nolan is braving is just now arriving. With little to show over the last 3 weeks of hunting the big deer, my hopes rest with the rut to get the buck to stroll through the small draw, either with a hot doe or to freshen up the active scrape in front of me. Set up after hanging 2 new stands, the hunt in front of me is full of anticipation.
All right, well, 3:30 here, the wind's starting to pick up. And as you just saw, we snuck in here via truck. Joy was gracious enough to come in with us. We set up the decoy. He's about 20 yards to our southeast. We got a southeast wind with this front coming through. You can see the wind's picking up, the rain's falling. And what we're thinking here is that if big deer or that other buck come to this field, number one, with this rain hitting, hopefully, even though this is the time of year where scrapes start to decrease in activity, hopefully they want to come freshen this up. All the leaves are falling, the moisture's falling, and you know, this is going to set up for a perfect 5 to 10 yard shot. Hopefully he's about 10, 15 coming quarter two to that decoy. We have been getting photos of crazy activity on this camera right below us. It's actually on the same tree. Both of the deer we're in here hunting have been on it in the last 2 days. Based on yesterday though, I think big deer might be locked down with a doe because it was about 5, 6 o'clock. The second deer with all the tines came sprinting through, and then about 9:16 a doe crossed this camera right behind her, 2 minutes. Who was behind her but big deer, and he was scraping on this tree right in front of us. So the reason why we have the decoy too is if he is in fact locked down and she's on her regular routes, hopefully that'll fire him up to come check us. So not afraid of this rain. If it gets too hard, it's not going to be great, but that's more for the cameras. These deer, it's the rut, they're doing their thing. We're on standby to kill a giant. Feel very lucky and fortunate to be in this position. And any day now, somebody else could kill him too. He's obviously roaming. So good luck to the rest of the team if they're hunting. We're going to tuck in here and weather this storm.
While I settle in for the afternoon, 2 new hunters enter this story. Just getting off of work, Elizabeth Marine meets up with husband Collins, who just hung a new stand for a great buck they call EB, otherwise known as Elizabeth's buck. For the past 3 seasons, the buck is called the river property home, and Elizabeth has invested countless hours in pursuit of him. Of all the hunts, only one single opportunity ever has presented itself, and on that day, it was Collins behind the bow. Dedicated to Elizabeth's goal, he elected to watch the awesome buck stroll by, leading to the 2024 season. With 1 doe tag already filled, confidence to make the most of a hopeful opportunity is high. While the duo stashed their Kaufman bike to make the final walk to the stand, 40 miles to the north, Bella Reed is making her first hunt of the archery season.
Same thing we did last time. Just set him up right at the blind, basically to the bushes. Well, we are all tucked in for the afternoon hunt, and it's Bella's first bow hunt of the year. How you feeling?
I'm so excited. I really think that I'm gonna get a deer down today, and I'm hopeful that I will.
We've made the move from the Mount Olympus farm to the home farm. And we are in the same setup that Gavin and I hunted with the southeast wind. I don't have a lot of southeast wind spots. This spot works so well with the decoy, getting them in close within 20 yards, that I was like, we should go do that again, because we had does and bucks and just a lot of movement right here, and they like being right here. Bella's been shooting a bunch this year, and she got a new bow this year, RX-8. And
Same bow as Dad.
Yep, same bow as Dad. Got it decked out, the tombstone gray with the hot pink strings, and she's pulling 45 pounds, shooting it really, really well. We went with the no collar Rage, the 1.75 diameter plus P they call it. It's a head that they make that's a mechanical head for better penetration with low poundage bows, and so I kind of was going back and forth on fixed, doing a 1-inch fix with her versus trying the mechanical head, and we're gonna try this one out and see how it performs. This bow is shooting really well, and she is getting pretty good penetration with it, so I'm excited. I mean, this is super fun. Bow hunting is like nothing else, and we're gonna hopefully continue to have lots of fun experiences together. So we got a buck tag and a doe tag, so we are not gonna be picky. And as far as bucks go, we're not gonna be picky. Yeah.
Definitely. Because bow hunting is very precise.
Yeah, it's a little more challenging for sure. That's why we do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 55 degrees and we got about 3 hours to go. So we're gonna sit back and enjoy the afternoon.
Let's eat it.
bucks are gonna square up. Oh, he's mad.
With a light rain beginning to fall and deer on their feet, Bella runs through her shot process, hoping for an opportunity. Meanwhile, back with Elizabeth, the rain holds off, forecasted to miss the area entirely for the rest of the hunt.
Welcome back to Midwest Whitetail. It is November 2nd, and Elizabeth and I are out this evening. Got the grandparents watching Evelyn, so we're back in after EB. Got some recent MRI in here. Last night, EB was right here, right on this food plot, walking right by this stand. I came in and actually hung this stand today, so fingers crossed tonight he does the same as last night. He could possibly be bedded back out in this big CRP in front of us, or behind us technically, and then hopefully works his way out into the monster buck plot tonight. But we got east-southeast winds, and I don't know, it feels good. We'll see what happens. We got about 3-4 hours left this afternoon, so we're gonna settle in and get it done. EB has been at the front of her mind for a long time, and it's time for him to go. Looks like a doe fawn, yeah, right on the edge of it. I think it's EB. Yeah, it's him. 100%. Might come down the lane, yeah. Is he walking away? No. I'll wait and see which direction he goes. I'm gonna grunt to him, okay? Babe. He's coming. He's coming our way. Wait, here, just watch. He's coming. Don't worry about the doe. Just a minute. Okay, drop back. Wait for him to get to the open. You got him there. Whenever you're ready. Okay, just wait. He'll go forward. Oh, you smoked, man. You smoked. You just absolutely pummeled him. Now, there was a pass through. Oh, it went through it? Uh-huh. So glad we came here. glad we came here. Damn. What do you think? I'm shaking the whole time. Let's look back at the footage real quick, okay? Hey, that was good. Just kept your composure. That was, oh, nice. Let's look at it. You definitely got it. Like, good. He kind of angled towards us right there. But you hit him good. Like, it looks long, maybe liver. Like, oh yeah. So, I feel pretty solid. We'll probably back out, give him a good amount of time. I mean, we could hunt till dark. I still got a day. Did you see where he went? Yeah, right into that thick stuff right there. I never saw him come out. He's hunting right now, so he might not.
Talk to me.
Bro, what did you do? Elizabeth!
Tell me. Evie is dead.
30 yards.
She smashed him?
It looks like he's smashed. Let me send you the footage. Let me send you the footage right now.
So, my guess, it's just my guess, is hopefully back of both lungs, but if worst case scenario, it's back of lung liver.
Yeah, that's what I told
back
her.
of front lung, exit on liver.
That's what I told her. I was like, worst case scenario, single lung liver, but either way, that should be a dead deer.
It absolutely should be a dead deer. Are you, gosh, you got the rain coming. It's raining here.
It's not supposed to start here till like 1 a.m. Yeah, it rains like slightly here, but.
Gotcha. Dude, wow. I want to see the whole clip. Dude. Elizabeth, seriously, congratulations.
Thank you.
Finishing out the hunt to give the buck time, Colin switches to hunt mode. Back to the north, Bella continues to enjoy great deer movement.
Oh, it's that one with all the splats.
Never getting the shot she felt fully comfortable with, Bella walks away with more experience for her next hunt. Back to the south, Elizabeth and Collins get down and confirm first blood.
Blood right away.
Eventually, near the 5-hour mark, the duo evaluates the risk versus reward and decides to track to the 100-yard mark with heavy rains arriving. After coming across a bed, the following morning, the track continues.
All right, well, we're back out here where we left off last night. Stopped at last blood about 150 yards from here. He bedded down. I'm not sure if we kicked him out of his bed. There was a bunch of other deer in this draw last night, so it's possible another buck came in there and jumped him last night while we were still hunting, but we elected to back out, give him some time overnight. Unfortunately, it did rain, but we still felt like that was our best option, and he's in this tiny draw, so fingers crossed he's not too much further up in there, and we'll get bees in your hands today. But
Hopefully.
we're gonna go to last blood. We left a couple markers there, so we'll get going. We're still kind of looking for some blood, but I think most of it's washed away. We found one little spot where we knew there was some last night, but this last bed's completely washed out. So we're just gonna follow this draw out and hope for the best here, and if not, we'll circle back and kind of go take some other trails and see what we can find.
You see him? Babe. Oh! Woo! Heck yeah.
Oh. Dude. Thank you, man. Oh. Good job, Elizabeth.
Thank you.
It's huge. Hey.
Dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh, good job.
Sorry. Hey. That is a tank.
What's that? So this is the exit right here.
I was trying to find it.
Right there.
Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah.
Through the middle.
It's a little blood still dripping.
Yes. Good job, babe. I'm so proud of you. Look at that. Flyers. That is 3-4 years in the making.
Got him. Let's go.
What did I say? 30 minutes. Let's get him tagged up real quick and then.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Just took a little longer than I would have liked.
Hey, I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
All right, let's hold him up.
Thanks for not shooting him last year. Appreciate it.
Look at that carrot. That's your biggest deer by far.
Oh, for sure.
All right, guys. Well, here he is, EB. This buck has put Elizabeth through the ringers these last 4 years. We've got, as you guys can see, a little bit of history with him. 3 years ago, Elizabeth actually got a shot at him at what we call the redneck plot and hit him in the shoulder. Could never find him. Ended up shooting a different deer the next day when we couldn't find this guy and realized he was still alive. And the year after that, as a 4-year-old, we hunted him, never saw him, got pictures all over. And then as a 5-year-old, he kind of cored down his core area, and it was in this spot we call the triangle plot. And we had multiple encounters with him last year. I actually passed him one day. I told Elizabeth we'd made a deal. It was her deer, and it was hard to do, but I did it, and I'm glad I did now. But here the last week, basically, he's been down in this spot we call the triangle plot. And went in there yesterday afternoon, and at 5:30 this guy came out, and it was awesome. Couldn't have asked for anything more. Super proud of Elizabeth. I don't know, this deer means a lot to us. All the history, all the hours hunting him, all the encounters. He's here now, and proud of him. Now that the chapter with EB's over, we got a lot of season ahead. I'll be out chasing some other deer here in the next week, 2 weeks. So stay tuned. Should have some more action coming for you guys. Thank you for watching.
Elizabeth Marine wasn't the only Midwest whitetail hunter who struck gold to kick off November. 540 miles to the southwest, Josh Launch is set up in an old barn with a giant Arkansas buck at the top of his list.
All right, guys, well, welcome back and happy November. My brother's, he's been out once this year so far, so got him with me today. He's got the bow in hand. I've got mine back behind me in case Spike shows up, but I don't expect him to come over to this side of the property during daylight. He never has.
Thumped him, dude.
Hey, next year, I get first picks.
Tonight's hunt was definitely a blast. It was a surprise. This was the one I was after, so now I get to sit back and let my brother and my dad get on some bucks. And I want to thank the lady who allows me to hunt on her land. She's been gracious enough to let me and my family come out here for 5 years, and I always wanted to kill a buck out of this barn, and turns out I shot my biggest buck yet.
EB, this buck has put Elizabeth through the ringers these last 4 years. I don't know, this deer means a lot to us. All the history, all the hours hunting him, all the encounters. He's here now, and proud of him.
We're hunting the doe he's on for sure. We're just following what the intel's telling us, and I'm all in on this deer.
Bella's first bow hunt of the year. I'm excited. I mean, this is super fun. Bow hunting is like nothing else, and we're gonna hopefully continue to have lots of fun experiences together.
It kind of dawned on me, it's actually a buck that Ryan and I found the shed antler for last year. That's the beauty of the rut. Sometimes it's just gonna be some random deer that shows up and you gotta make a decision. Potentially vault his way to the top or near the top of the hit list if I had another encounter with him.
Everything turned into pure chaos, per usual. Good thing is, I don't think he has any idea what happened. He was so focused on her. Even after he ran off, he was looking to see where she was at.
Hunting has a way of delivering the feeling that everything is on the line. In a heartbeat, the chase can swing from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows, testing both resolve and focus. Yet that's the magic of this season. Every minute on stand offers the bow hunter a chance to turn the story on its head and carve a brand new ending. Though he may not agree today, Mitch's roller coaster ride of a hunt has one silver lining. His chase still continues with the great buck, and with the Missouri rifle season weeks away, ample time remains to rewrite his story. Much like Mitch, Zach Rozmus now walks a path shadowed by creeping doubt, the what if on the non-typical buck that just a day earlier displayed every thrilling element of the rut and bow range multiple times. A glass half full kind of guy, Zach spares no thought for what could have been. Instead, he lets big dreams fuel him and works to turn them into reality, enjoying the sights and sounds that is being a bow hunter. Currently somewhere in the middle, my quest for big deer is going as expected. From the beginning, hunting his summer core has felt like a crapshoot, but with does using the cut fields in front of the stands, the action can shift from zero to hero in an instant during the rut. Just ask Elizabeth, who tagged her biggest buck ever, with her best friend by her side to sweeten the memory. 3 years of effort culminating in a single arrow on the legend EB now fuels hope for the next generation. Looking to accomplish a similar goal, nobody is more excited than Bella Reed, who has Mike by her side to offer guidance. Balancing hunting with school and extracurriculars, her journey is only just beginning. Though the Midwest weather forecast doesn't exactly scream perfect, at this time of year it's not the ultimate deciding factor. Months of preparation, selecting multiple prime stands for varying wind directions, now come into play. But above all strategy, there's no outsmarting the hours spent in the stand. Who knows, tomorrow could be the day, and this is exactly where we want to be. Tomorrow we get to continue chasing November.